Let's just say you're for illegal immigration reform. Well, that was before you heard about this. A new report from Heritage Foundation expected to show making illegals legal would add $4 to $5 trillion to the national debt. Liberals say it's still a no-brainer, but Michelle Malkin says something completely different. Hey, Michelle, this number is staggering. I mean, I knew it was going to cost. We knew it was going to cost. In order to do this, to pull this off, it would cost us a lot of money. But $4 to $5 trillion?
Yeah, it's actually not new, because the last time that the Heritage Foundation looked at the potential costs of such an amnesty, and remember, we're talking about anywhere between 11 and 20 million illegal aliens who would be absorbed into the economy, the social safety net, when you net it out. Back in 2006, 2007, they estimated between $1 trillion and $4 trillion added, because what you're looking at is making them legal, putting them on this so-called path to citizenship, and then giving them the opportunity, once they are legal, to petition their relatives to come here. And for the most part, we are talking about low-skilled or no-skilled workers, and giving up the sovereign American ability to determine who comes into our country and what skills they do offer us, particularly at a time when there are 23 million legal residents and Americans in this country who are out of work.
Absolutely, absolutely. The Senate's probably going to drop a bill, some sort of immigration reform bill next week. Do you expect path to citizenship? You know, that's different than path to legality. It's a big difference there. But
Yeah.
Do you expect citizenship to be in that bill?
Well, that's the inevitable result. And I think what we need to do every time these discussions and paroxysms come up in Washington, which are really just desperate political pandering measures, and in the case of the Republican Party, a desperate and, I think, completely misguided attempt to rescue themselves from these demographic realities, what you have to do is look at past amnesties and what their inevitable results have been. And what they have done is engage in this kabuki rhetoric about promising that we would get enforcement in exchange for temporary amnesties. And as I reported in my column this week, there is no such thing as a temporary amnesty. Just look at one single program, the Temporary Protected Status Program, which benefits many people who are here illegally as a result of misfortune in their home countries, natural disasters, epidemics, civil war. And this thing has resulted in permanent amnesty that has cost taxpayers. And we're not even talking about Obamacare costs, by the way.
Exactly. I mean, the cost could soar if you include Obamacare, which obviously eventually down the road, if it were citizenship, they'd have to cover them under Obamacare. Is this a path to citizenship or a path to Democrat votes?
It's about cheap labor, and it's about cheap votes, certainly. That's been the case since 1986, when Ronald Reagan made the mistake of giving these golden tickets. There have been 11 mini-amnesties between 1986 and now, and what it has simply done is in essence, seal a permanent ruling majority for the Democrat Party. And the Republican Party is under the delusion that somehow, if they go along and capitulate, that it will benefit them. It never has.
Right.
It never will.
Michelle, last question very quickly. I don't have a lot of time, half a minute or so. The AP dropped illegal from illegal immigrant from their style book. Quickly, a thought?
Look, the open border zealots are trying not only to whitewash the rule of law, they're trying to whitewash language as well, and blur and eradicate the difference between people who come here legally and people who don't.
All right, Michelle Malkin, thank you very much for joining us this great Saturday. Thank you, Michelle.